Okay guys, right now we're walking to another venue. So kasama ko si Kuya
William. Hello.
Kuya William. So si Kuya William yung aming guide, no?
Yep.
So along the way, he will explain yung mga madadaanan namin, no? So tulungan mo ako kuya kasi hindi ko alam 'to eh. So
First time hindi rin this island.
okay.
Joke.
So si Kuya ano to eh ha? Napakadami niyang banat eh. Banat nga kuya ng isang banat lang. Ha?
Sige sir, mamaya sir.
Mamaya, banatan mo ha. So okay. So ganda dito, grabe. Sobrang ganda. And of course, very rich in history. Sige kuya, ano nga to?
So this is now the eternal flame of freedom. So it symbolizes our freedom we are experiencing now. So built by Aristides Demetrius, part of the fortification done after the war, 1968 when this was completed. Eternal flame of freedom.
So ito yun guys. Ito yung eternal flame of
If you can sing
freedom.
the song, ano ba yun? Close your eyes.
Give me your lips,
Baby,
darling.
darling. Anyway, eternal flame.
Okay yan ah. Tito jokes ba yun kuya?
Hindi ako magaling magano eh. Hindi ako fan ng video eh.
Oh. Hello. Hello guys.
From Nepal in Old Litlana.
Hello.
We are having an amazing experience.
Okay guys, now we're walking going to saan nga ako ito?
That is the Dome of Valor.
Dome of
Dome of Valor.
Valor.
So that Dome of Valor, it is shaped like a helmet, as I said earlier. So or a parachute also. So that Dome of Valor, every May 6 we have commemoration held here in this island. Every May 6 of the year. May 6 is the date when our forefather soldiers surrendered here in this island. So we commemorate that. We're not celebrating that. This Dome of Valor, it has a hole at the top, circular hole at the top, and then at the bottom it has a circular altar. So every week of May 6, 12 high noon, the sunlight will shine the altar perfectly.
Wow.
That's the Dome of Valor.
Amazing. Yun lang ba yun kuya?
Yep.
Wala na ibang explanation?
Naghahantay si sir eh.
Ha? Wala na.
Doon naman sa altar, please do not sit or stand on it. It is an altar, it is sacred. Sabi nga ni Arman, unless if you are a human sacrifice, pwede kang umakyat doon.
I don't want to be
Only accept
sacrificed.
virgin. It's only accept virgin.
Sir? It's for
Hello. It
Hello
only
po.
accepts virgin daw.
it only accepts virgin.
So, pwede ako.
So he's overqualified.
Ah. Kuya, saan next natin?
Museum, sir.
The museum. So, guys, I am joined by two veterans here.
Ako po bago
So,
lang veteran eh.
si sir.
Isa siya, meron siyang estatwa dun sa may ano ba?
Ha? May statue si sir doon. We now go to the museum.
So inside the museum, there's a lot of interesting items inside the museum. You can see sa American flag that has only 45 stars. So right now, they has I think 50 stars to
Yeah,
make
50.
50 states. 45 stars, yeah. So aside from that, there's a lot of relics also who's found here in Corregidor Island displayed there.
Okay.
Photos of this
So,
Corregidor
right now
Island.
nasa ano tayo? Pacific
Pacific
Memorial War Memorial. So, ano building to? Again, kuya?
This is their Cinerama before,
Uh-huh.
and then the left side will be their bachelor officers quarters building.
So, at bachelor's office, single lang allowed, no, kuya?
Oo.
So, yung mga single dyan, no? Doon kayo.
But before, they have 8 buildings of this up to the end. But sorry to say, during the construction of this Pacific War Memorial, so they have to bulldoze these 7 buildings.
So, now, only 2 remains.
So this is now the whole Pacific War Memorial. Only Pacific War Memorial erected by the Americans. Because we participated in the Second World War, especially here in the Pacific.
Pacific Memorial War Museum. So, kaya, sige, pasok tayo. Itur nyo kaming konti. So 57mm anti-tank gun. So this is the map of Corregidor Island. So para siyang tadpole. So let's go inside. So ito yung mga pictures, no, during the World War. Yan, no. So makikita nyo dito. So ito yung mga soldiers. Yan. Ito na natin. So some old photos during World War. Kumusta ka naman dyan? Sino ka dyan?
Historian.
Oh. Hey, brother, what's inside?
Dog tag.
Huh?
The helmet.
Oh, you Englishing me, ha? Don't English me. I'm not high school graduation.
High school graduation. Okay yun, sir.
Ha?
Okay yun,
Mabenta pa mga joke ko? Mabenta, brother? Ha?
Sobrang beda, sir. Ang palit mo na,
Laking bala nito, pre.
Pumunta ka dun, sir, sa may coins, sa mga pera nila.
Hindi pa. Mamaya, itaan ko. So ito yung mga weapons, guys. Weapons during World War II. So weapons during World War II. Ito yun. Pero according to our expert, come here.
Here in the
Ito.
Philippines, we call
Ang
it
tawag dito? Boga?
Boga fire.
Boga fire. So, ito yung Boga fire.
Yeah, Boga fire.
Okay? Ito daw, samurai.
And then what you call this?
Grease gun.
Yung yung
Grease gun yan. Ano to? Machine gun? Submachine gun? Submachine gun. Grease gun tawag din sa ano.
And that's my father.
Ito yung mga replika ng mga warplane.
Mga baril nyo. Dito.
Yan.
One meron na ito.
This is 30 caliber air-cooled machine gun.
Saw 3 caves in the shoreline on the side of the island, one beside the other. That's part of the Japanese version of the tour. If you take a boat and go around the island, originally you can count 80 Japanese caves on the shoreline, where they were hiding the suicide boat. It's 17 foot long of a banca made out of wood with 250 kilos of bombs up front. 745 Japanese Navy suicide commandos were stationed here then. A suicide airplane is kamikaze, divine wind or godly wind. The suicide boat was Shinyotai. Japanese word Shinyo means shake the ocean. The Shinyotai were successful to sink at least 2 American support ships in Bataan during the retaking in 1945. I think they have somewhere in the US they use the suicide submarine, Kaiten. Kaiten.
They used them in Pearl. Well, they tried to use them in Pearl Harbor, but it wasn't effective. And I do believe there were 1, if not 2, that showed up on the West Coast.
This is an 18-inch shell from the Musashi. Oh wow! Imagine firing this 25 miles away.
I wouldn't want to be near it.
Notice the tip is made of wood already. Now, 32 years ago, I started guiding here. This was still original metal.
Oh.
And then Vice President Dan Quayle was to visit the island in 1992. 1 month prior, Secret Service were here, clearing the area, and the dogs were barking at this like hell. Turned out to be live on display for years. So, Secret Service refused it. It's now made of wood. Imagine something unstable like that, 18-inch shell on display.
So now pupuntahan natin naman yung mga coins, mga old coins, no? Nandito. So i-guide tayo ni Boss Kel. Si Boss Kel, siya yung siga ng Caloocan. Boss Kel.
Tama na siya. Okay, maniwala sila.
Ito yung siga ng Caloocan. So ano yan?
Mga ginamit nila.
Ayun yung nasa libro eh.
So guys, ito daw yung The Return of MacArthur. So sa libro mo lang to nakikita ngayon, no? Sa libro mo lang to nakikita dati, no? Ngayon, naka-frame naman. So, naiba lang, no? Dati sa libro ko lang nakikita, ngayon, naka-frame naman. Ito yung mga lumang pera
1944, 1945.
Nagbebenta sila ng pera, 150 pesos.
Alin?
Doon, sa souvenir shop.
Binigyan mo. Dito nakaano na siya. Ganun na siya, oh.
So guys, titingnan natin kung bebenta yung joke natin ha. So, tingnan natin. So, Manita, you're hot, right?
Yeah,
So, do you know why you're hot?
yeah, I know now.
You know now why?
Because I'm beside you, so.
Yeah.
That's why.
So yeah. So kasi, yun, they're sitting beside me. So since I'm hot, they're all hot. So
hot
feeling hot
guy.
right now.
He's hot. He's Mr. Hot. उसले सोधे कि मैले तँलाई किन गर्ने भइरहेको छ थाहा छ अरे.
So guys, balik na kami. So tama na yung joke guys. Medyo ano eh. Tito jokes lang yung alam ko eh. So ito na. Hello kuya.
Hello sir.
Kumusta? Ano naman ang masasabi mo ngayong araw?
Medyo magandang panahon sir.
Maganda. Okay, thank you.
Welcome sir.
What are you doing, Mark? Are you doing chika chika with the driver?
Yeah, chika chika.
Mark, tare.
I know some few words now. And also, you know, I can't say that word.
What?
No.
What's
You're
that word? Huh?
Filming.
Huh?
You're filming.
Huh?
You're filming. That's it. That's.
Don't say bad words like that.
So yeah, you need to do that beep thing if I, say that word. Beep.
Beep beep.
बच्चा की आमा ले
So tingnan natin ito. Anong meron dito? Sa lugar na to. Dito tayo sa Topside Parade Ground. Yan. Sobrang green nung paligid. Yan o. Ito yung mga old weapons. See? So medyo mainit. Pero sabi nga ni Kuya Driver, napakaganda ng panahon ngayong araw. So ito yung sinihan nung time nila for recreation. So ito yung sine Corregidor. Yan. Usually ang pasok lang daw ng mga American soldiers during that time is from 7 to 11 AM. And after that, nagsasaya na sila sa hapon. Hello, hello.
Paki-online na lang.
Ano masasabi mo? Ano masasabi mo, boss?
Where?
Ngayon, tayo, yan. Interview natin itong dalawang to. Ayan, ito.
Japanese.
Ayan. Okay.
From the Japanese island of the Philippines.
Nandito po tayo sa May.
Samay. Di umanoy.
Di umano'y may namataan po ditong namatay. So, higa ka be.
If,
Oh, wait.
okay.
Titlana has something to say.
Okay, Titiana, say something.
Okay. You know, my friend Mark is very good. But you know, he's a putang, you know.
Where did you learn that?
My good friends taught me these words. No. Or else I'll call you.
Alright.
Mark will explain me, don't worry.
Or else,
He is my best friend. Yeah.
or else I'll be like, hey you, tang, 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 tang.
No worries. I will search in the Google.
Yes, go for it.
Google is your best friend, not me.
Yeah, don't worry. And easy access there.
Yeah, that's true.
Are we going to the beach?
Yeah, later. Hello. Oh yeah, recess na, recess. Iinom na ng tubig. So guys, next stop, yung lighthouse. So yung lighthouse na to is one of the oldest structure here in Corregidor. So let's see kung ano yung makikita natin sa lighthouse. So ito guys yung lighthouse. So ito talagang napakahilig magpicture nitong si brother, no, from Nepal. So hello brother. So guys, ito yung lighthouse. See, but we are not allowed actually to go inside this lighthouse. Yan. Ay mapapansin mo doon sa likod ng lighthouse, mayroong cell site. So globe, no? Kaya medyo okay yung signal ng globe dito. So yung smart hindi siya ganoon ka smart, no? Kasi walang masyadong signal dito yung smart. So pero if you're a globe user, so okay yung signal dito. And mapapansin mo rin dito, no, paglabas mo ng lighthouse. Ayan. So dito mayroong directions, no? Pakita ko sa inyo yung directions. Yan. So halimbawa, Tokyo, Hong Kong, San Francisco, Madrid. So mapapansin nyo may numbers, no? Yung numbers na yon, actually yun yung nautical miles away from this area, no? So ibig sabihin, if you want to go to Madrid, it's 6,672 nautical miles away from this point. So yan yung ibig sabihin niya. So alright, so again, nandito pa rin kami sa lighthouse. And babalik na ako doon sa aming service, no? Iniintay na lang ako
0 kilometer of the death march. 0 kilometer meaning when our forefather soldiers surrendered in Bataan Peninsula, 76,000 Filipino and American made to walk from Maribenas, Bataan all the way to San Fernando, Pampanga, 102 kilometers. So when they reached San Fernando, they rode on a boxcar 3 on a capacity of 50 people. They made it into 200 soldiers. And then when they reached Capasterlac, out of these 76,000 soldiers, only 52,000 made it to the top. The rest were declared as missing or dead. That's the infamous death march in Bataan Peninsula. When the Japanese occupied the island, actually instead of making some buildings here, instead they dug tunnels around the island. One example of this Japanese tunnel here is on our right side. You see, they put some machine gun, organic waste gun there, and then they put camouflage. And then on the other side, can you see how big is the area now? This is the north opening of Manila Bay. Another Japanese tunnel in front of us po. In that tunnel naman, they were used to hide their suicide boat. These are the
Japanese tunnel on our front.
This Sinyotai boat, it is a wooden boat. It has carrying 250 kilograms of dynamite. So their mission was to ram enemy ship. So this is the counterpart of the kamikaze airplane, Sinyotai. So this is their enlisted men. So we are now climbing here on the tail part of the island. On the right side, so this is now Malinta Hill. Underneath is the Malinta Tunnel. This Malinta Tunnel, it has 4 main entrances. The directional entrances, north, south, east, and west entrance of the tunnel. So later, the main tunnel we will be passing by is the east entrance, and then we will be exiting on the west entrance. And then, doon na tayo makikita dito sa dulo. Again.
So right now, nandito kami sa Malinta Tunnel. So ito yun. Ito yung entrance.
So since this is a shortcut tunnel, you can still see some railroad tracks po inside. So the train system were passing by here.
So may train system dito dati, kuya?
Sir?
Train system.
Yeah, system here.
So ito yung railway.
So this main tunnel, we are walking out now. After the war, this main tunnel was collapsed. So you cannot barely see the lights coming from the other end of the tunnel. So this was cleared out only 1974 Philippine government already.
So how long is this tunnel, kuya?
Haba po niya 836 feet long. Haba.
So how many...
But if you connect all of the tunnels, around 2 miles of tunnels.
How many Japanese soldiers died during the World War?
Estimated 2,000, sir. Japanese soldiers committed mass suicide inside
Here,
Malinta
inside.
Tunnel. Yes.
So yun guys. So this is what you can see inside, no? So mayroong mga statue. So again, this is another side of the tunnel. So ano mayroon dito?
Kaya ano ba ito?
So malayo pa to. So labas na tayo.
Bakit ang hangin niya?
Medyo madilim.
Ventilation.
So ito another side, the tunnel. So ang dami niya palang ano dito, pasukan. Ano meron diyan, guys?
George Moore na.
Guys.
May meeting.
Yung original na tunnel, may mukha nila sa taas.
Ayan, sa taas.
Pero na yung parang ginugtong nila.
Okay. So may labasan ba dyan? Wala.
Meron siguro, kaso hindi na tayo pwede dun eh.
6,000 soldiers suicided here.
Dito 2,000. Zombie!
Eh. Ito pa, another entrance. Support mo yung hospital lateral. So, but we cannot go inside. So, medyo iba-iba yung pasukan niya. May pasukan na kung saan-saan sa loob ng tunnel. Ito pa. Meron din dito. Ito pa yung isa. Ayan. No? And kung makikita mo dito sa kabila. Ayan, meron ulit dito. So, yan. Meron pa ulit. Papasok doon. So mahaba-haba rin. So ito pa. Another one. Another one on the left. One more here. Another one there, and also here. Lateral tunnel. Most of them off limits na siya kasi may mga pumapatak-patak na dito na simento sa loob. Ayan guys, oh. Medyo ano na siya. Nagigiba-giba. Ayan. So, ang dami niya. Madaming pasukan. But anyway, sabi nga nila, no? At the end of the tunnel, there's always light. So, ito na tayo approaching at the very end of Malinta Tunnel. This is the end, guys.
Was lost because 1953, as I said, this was reforested, so this became forest. So the Japanese government keep on locating this area. Till such time they saw these photos. Can you see these photos? These photos was found in a garage sale in Portland, Oregon, guided them. Before that, it has no caption. It says here, an unknown GI standing in front of the cemetery, and at the background it says, Japanese military cemetery. So I said, this is the only military cemetery in the entire Pacific. How did they know that it is here in Corregidor Island? Because of the background here, Caballo Island. Look behind you. So this is their reference how they relocated this site. So what they did, through the permission of our government, Philippine government, So all of these dead soldiers were exhumed. Kinuha po nila lahat, cremated, and then the ashes sent back to Japan. So since they use this as a cemetery, so they requested to make it into a memorial garden po, which is it happens naman, though it is peaceful na. Question: how did they know that the bones were exhumed here were Japanese? How? Short?
Maliit yung ano nila.
Bow-legged? Singkit? Ano ba? Paano nila naman? They were surprised when they saw these bones. It has a word on it. It says made in Japan. No, kidding aside. Because of the uniforms. Like the helmets po. How can you distinguish if it is a Japanese helmet or an American helmet? Most of these Japanese helmets has a scratch, left or right. When they throw a grenade, before they throw it, they have to tap it first. Tap, minsan dito po, tinatap nila and then they throw it away. That's one po, yung uniforms naman nila po. And then, ito naman po, yung victorious photos of the Japanese. And they shouted, bonsai, bonsai. Ito po yan. Enjoy the
Bonsai,
place po.
bonsai.
That one naman po,
Ito.
that's the Japanese
Bonsai.
Japanese cannon po. Japanese anti-aircraft gun. Made from Hiroshima. So they put them here for display purpose. They got them here.
Si Carlo.
Hello si Carlo, brother. Oo nga, no? Kahawig. Kahawig.
Si Carlo. Carlo, where are you, Carlo?
Kuya, ano to? So right now, we're in Japanese Memorial Garden.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Let's explore around.
How can you observe, sir? Tignan ko po kung tama yung observation niyo, sir. The guns dun sa kanyon ng mga Amerikano, malalaki po, di ba?
Oo.
Ito naman, kanyon ng mga Japanese,
Maliliit.
Maliliit. Ayaw po ba kayong mga Pilipino dyan, sir? Yung papayag ba yung mga Pilipino sa ganun?
Nasaan ba yung kanyon natin?
Walang tatalo sa mga kanyon ng mga
Pilipino. Bakit, sir?
Pwede mong sabitan ng kaldero.
Matindi. Okay, explore natin tong Japanese Memorial Garden, guys.
Ano sasabihin?
So ito guys, yung Japanese Memorial Garden. And makikita mo along the sea. Ito yung view niya. Yan, ganda oh. Grabe. Woo! Nakaka-refresh dito. Medyo masarap din yung hangin kahit mainit. This is the view, guys.
Na ako pagbalik ko.
So ito yung view. Wow. Ganda, grabe. So yung tubig sa baba, sobrang clear oh. Kitang-kita mo yung ilalim. Malinis. Picture. Alright, hello. Wait a moment, dadaan lang po ang prinsipe. Wow. Ganda, ganda. Okay guys, lalakad muna tayo ng konti. So ito kasi yung Japanese Memorial eh. So at the tail of the Corregidor. So nung una panahon ng World War, yung mga soldiers dito, actually dito tumatalon yung mga Japanese, no? Diyan sa dagat na yan. People call it suicide, but for Japanese it's sacrifice, no? Instead of surrendering during the World War, they will just sacrifice, no? So kamikaze, they will just sacrifice, hindi nila isusurrender kasi because of their love for their country, no? So that's how Japanese view it. Alright na, what can you say about Corregidor?
A dream?
A dream? Oh, so you're still dreaming?
A summer dream. I don't want to wake up.
Alright.
I just want to continue to dream.
Oh.
Thank you.
So if you will put a title, a movie title for this trip, what's the title?
The title? Heaven on Earth.
Alright, acceptable.
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 Yeah, I think that's very suitable for this trip and this experience. Thank
Alright.
you.
So puntahan natin to guys, tong ano to? Anong tawag dito?
Fertility Buddha.
Fertility Buddha. So fertility goddess. So guys, pag pumunta kayo dito,
Another big gun.
magiging magiging ano sir? Magiging bundat kayo. Yon. So
Fertile daw.
So since ito ay fertility Buddha, so yung mga gustong magpabundat dito pupunta. Ayan guys.
Peace and love.
Magpipicture muna ako kasi puro video na eh. Picture muna.
It's dedicated to all Filipino women who's involved in many events of our history. Just like the nurses we're talking about po. Can you...
So nandito tayo naman ngayon sa Filipino Heroes Memorial.
Represent nila yung ano, yung pang ano natin, pang
Ano? Pang ano?
pang
Sige.
pang ano ng palay, yung pang ano ng
Ano? Pang ano?
pang linis ng ano,
Ano?
ng
Pang
palay.
ano? Puro pang
Nabaliw
ano
ako
eh.
dun, sir, ah. Tama ba? Oo. Ano? Ang linis ng ano.
Ano? Pang ano? Pang ano? Ha?
Pang ano, pang bungkal lang ano, palayan.
So yun guys, Filipino Heroes Memorial. Ano tinisilip mo dyan, brother?
Ano niya? Yung baril niya.
Baril?
Makalumong baril. Mga Japanese ano.
Pilipino to pre, katipunero yan.
Katipinero.
Oo.
Oo nga ano. We shall not forget. In honor of our fallen soldier.
So tingnan natin guys. Tingnan natin yung bandang likod nitong Filipino Heroes Memorial. Siyempre, the one and only,
Yung katutubo. Mike.
ang siga ng Caloocan.
It's Mike. Here we go again.
Ganda rin ang view dito. Tingnan natin guys.
Wala. Ano lang.
Ha?
Ano lang. Simpleng manggahan lang.
Eto.
Mangrove. Picture ka na sa akin.
Okay din. Ito. Hey, what's up? What's up? How are you?
Oh, because
Ang ganda.